Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session so far. Ooh, Apple Jacks. Great session so far. Nice, nice. Who you have your personal account through AMP, right? I feel like that's what you told me. Because you were telling me that they didn't have any inactivity fees. But correct me if I'm wrong. Nice. On what instrument? Nasdaq? Yo, I'm so tired. I went out of town this weekend and we went to Kentucky for my cousin's wedding. And I had to drive there and back. And I was so tired. Like when we got back, I stopped at my aunt's house so I could spend time with the babies because their parents were out of town with us. And so yeah, I went over there, did my nephew's hair, did my niece's hair, hung out. So by the time I got home, I was just when I tell you exhausted, I was exhausted. I ended up unpacking everything, showering, and then I ended up falling asleep at probably like 9 o'clock and woke up at 1 a.m. I think. Yeah, something like that. Oh, that's invalid. That's cool. I didn't. Oh, wait. No, it wasn't. Oh, yes, it was. But yeah, so I woke up at 1 o'clock this morning and then I could not go back to sleep until like almost 5, and I woke up at least 4 times between 5 and 8 o'clock. So tired is an understatement. I am exhausted. So, and I got to do this all over again in 2 days. But yeah. Thank you. Very close to your TV. Nice. Good morning, Trenches. Good morning, Amelia. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys? How are you guys this morning? So I did take one trade this morning. So, all right. First of all, I have 4 contracts on per trade right now. And that will be like that for now. Because I want to either blow these accounts or get like $2,000 in profit on them. So yeah, we'll see. And yeah, if we blow them, it's 100% okay. I just want something. I sat out of trades this morning for, I don't even know why, because it's like I need to blow or go anyway. And I actually would have been done with the 2K profit by 9 o'clock. So that was just dumb on my end. But what's new? But yeah. So not a bad morning so far. I did do a little bit of studying this weekend. I had to pictures of all of the trades that I have so far since switching over to being strictly volume based. And I took that with me out of town so that I didn't have to take my computer, because with us going to the wedding, it was my little cousin's wedding. I knew there was literally no way I was going to have time to get on my computer, because we don't allow each other to like not go out and party and have fun, basically. So I knew I wasn't really going to have the ability to like get on my computer and stuff. So I did look over pretty much almost everything that I wanted to look over, minus maybe one thing, 2 things, and I just did that when I got back. No biggie. Good morning, new trader. How are you this morning? Good morning, Janelle. How are you this morning? How's trading going? I know it's lower volume from it being a bank holiday, but today has actually been great so far. Pretty freaking great. Pretty good so far. So yeah, just a couple of little things that I want to kind of pay attention to and kind of work out kinks with. But yeah, so for those of you guys who are just tuning in, I'm doing 4 contracts per trade. I want to blow or go today. Well, not really go as in completely past the accounts, but I do, if I can get to like 2K in profit, I'll stop there. But the biggest thing is at least trying to get back to full drawdown if I can. Though I took 2 trades. The second one I just took on stream. I broke even because I wasn't supposed to be in it. The first one I did win, and I forgot that I did not turn off the auto liquidate rhythmic for my Top Step account. So, but yeah, so we'll just take every setup that I see happen. Unlike what I did before 9 o'clock, I'm gonna do that now. And if it blows, it's cool. I'm not bothered at all. I just want these accounts to do something today. Just do something. I don't really care. But I really just want to be back to full drawdown or just fail the accounts. Either way is fine with me. And because I don't have all the kinks worked out completely, if it blows, it's cool. Let's see. But yeah, the wedding was really nice. My mom and grandma actually made me late. And I was like, man, my aunt is going to be so mad because the conference center that they had it in was literally right across the parking lot. And I don't even mean you had to walk across a full parking lot. Like, I mean, like 1 car lane walk across the parking lot. And I was like, but it was my grandma and my mom's fault. So because the wedding started at 4. I had it in my mind that I wanted to start getting ready at 2. Right at 2 o'clock, my mom's like, oh, I'm gonna get in the shower. Then my granny, oh, I'm gonna get in the shower too. And then I'm like, okay, so now it's 3 o'clock and I have an hour to nair, shower, do my makeup, everything. Well, I got out the shower and then my grandma had like makeup on her dress, and she's like, oh, I need to get in the bathroom. So she was in there like another 10 minutes, which just completely slowed me down. And I was just like, so when we got there, the bride was actually outside of the doors about to walk in. So she let her walk in and then she let the rest of us kind of come in. And it was a pretty short ceremony. Like maybe they said they locked the doors like 3 minutes before start time. They was not playing. And you know, I'm used to people being on CP time. So I didn't think being like, we was probably 10 minutes late. I didn't think we was going to actually not be able to get in. But we got to see her walk down the aisle. We got to hear the vows and everything. So we caught the bulk of it. That was most important. But yeah, wasn't too bad. Not lunch on Apple Jacks. Oop. Sugar mama. Easy slow trading and open. 520 in profits. Nice. But yeah, we had a good time though. A really, really, really good time. The DJ sucked. And when I say he sucked, I mean he was terrible. Okay, he was very bad. Like, first of all, I don't really listen to a lot of newer music, honestly. If you get in the car with me, you're probably going to hear anything ranging from The Temptations and Anita Baker all the way up to Mario, B2K, India Ari, Alicia Keys, whatever. Like, I love music from the 2000s. Absolutely love it. However, the stuff he was playing, first of all, he had a playlist. And I'm talking like a playlist where you just click play and there's nothing you could do from there. Basically, it was a CD. Because I remember my cousin went up and requested a song and he was like, oh, I got a playlist and I got to stick to it. He was bad. He was playing like Go DJ by Lil Wayne, Laffy Taffy. Like, why are we playing this? I'm so confuzzled. Please stop. And one of my cousins, he's a DJ. Like he anytime we have any family event, we let him play his music. Like, because he knows how to, first of all, he knows how to mix the songs properly. And that was the other thing. The DJ played the entire song, every fucking song. Who does that? I don't understand why. So that was the other problem. But either way, like my cousin, he knows how to appeal to the younger audience and the older audience and like just make it flow, you know? The food was pretty good to me. I was starving by the time we got to actual like the reception food, because the hors d'oeuvres they served during like the intermission when they were taking pictures and stuff. they had like Southwestern egg rolls, which had chicken in it. Then there was these stuffed mushrooms, and somebody told me it was stuffed with beef, but I was like, I know beef, that's not beef. So I went ahead and I put 4 on my plate, but I told the little lady, I was like, I need you to go ask those people what is in this mushroom. And then the other thing was like this little popcorn buffalo chicken. So I knew I couldn't eat those two, so I'm like, cool, mushrooms, cool. And I told the lady was like, well, what don't you eat? I'm like, I can't eat chicken and I can't eat pork. So she came back, yeah, the mushroom is stuck with pork. I said, damn. And mind you, I hadn't eaten all day. So then when we got to the reception dinner, they had like this potato casserole that had like cheese in it. It was actually pretty good. They had like sweet potatoes mashed with brown sugar. It wasn't a lot of brown sugar though, and like pecans. Then they had some mixed vegetables. They had some chicken, and then they had this guy who was cutting like a big pork loin. And I'm like, okay. Now mind you, when they asked us like for our meals, they just said chicken or vegetarian. So I went into it thinking like, I'm gonna have to get food after this because all I'm gonna have is salad. Oh yeah, they had salad too. Salad and vegetables. That's all I was thinking, because she just said chicken or vegetarian. So thankfully that was not the case. And the last guy who was cutting meat, I'm like, hey, what kind of meat is that? He's like, beef. It's prime rib. I was like, oh my God, hallelujah, yes, beef. I was like, everything's been chicken or pork since like we got here. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna give you a thicker slice just because you weren't able to eat. I was like, yes, thank you. So then my little sister's like, how did you get a thicker slice? I'm like, because I told him I wasn't able to eat till now. So she always like, my sister does not like confrontation, and she doesn't like asking people stuff. So she gives me this look like she wants me to ask the guy to give her another slice. I'm like, girl, just tell him you weren't able to eat, because she eats pork but not really. Like she'll eat pepperoni, but that's about it. Like she won't really eat pork steaks or pork chops or pork ribs or nothing, just really pepperoni. And she doesn't eat chicken. She stopped eating chicken a year before I did. So she's like giving me these puppy dog eyes, and I'm like, bro, just go ask. So I was like, excuse me, is it okay if my sister gets another slice because she wasn't able to eat either? He's like, oh yeah, no problem. I'm like, thanks. Girl, all you had to do was ask. But yeah, but we had fun though. A lot of fun. Not y'all each can get one item. Oh wait, hold on, because I might get into this straight. I just needed to clear a little bit more, I think. Wait, let's see. It's not gonna clear. It's fine. It's fine. But anyway, you know what, Janelle? I don't think it was the bride and groom. I think it was her parents who probably had to approve of the playlist, because if it was up to my aunt and uncle, they would have approved whatever, but I'm pretty sure it was her parents that had to approve. Not she being cheap. Yeah, I definitely got special treatment and I deserved it. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, so then my cousin, the mom of the babies who I always have with me, so I noticed she put her salad on top of her prime rib. Honey, what are you doing there? Hold on. She was like, I don't like the peppercorn sauce. I said, well, let me have that prime rib, please. I ate so much food, y'all, but I was starving. So I ate my prime rib, her prime rib. She was like, well, then can I get some of your sweet potatoes? I said, girl, you can take the whole thing if you want to. She was like, no, I'll just take half. So then my mom was like, well, I don't really like the sweet potatoes. So I was like, well, you can have my mama. She ain't even touch it. She was like, okay. She was like, thank you for scoping out some sweet potatoes for me. I'm like, oh my God. But we had us a good ass time though. Apple Jacks, not you a mixture of me and my sister. You got out at 6:36 from. Ooh, that is a nice entry. Let me find out. Ooh, what time did you enter the trade? All right, market. All right. just needed to pull back a little bit more. Not too much, not too much. I said not too much. I guess still get in now. Not anymore. See if we could push through there. No. Right now we're rejecting at my half trends, the minor and middle one. This trade might determine if I still take pullbacks here or not. Guess I will. Oh yeah, and I did change my ATM, you guys remember, always used to be 16 ticks in profit, move the stop loss to break even. Then I moved it to 15 ticks because of the counter trend moves. Well, I did go ahead and move it back. Now I have it at 17 ticks in profit. And I might keep it there. I'm not all the way sure just yet, but more than likely. More than likely. Yeah, I think I'll keep it at 17. $75. I don't know about that trade. This one's a little iffy. But again, I have to blow or go anyway. Doesn't really matter. Oh well, now it's not iffy anymore. Too much volume in that this particular entry bar. It's gonna push anyway, watch. I just really didn't know if I liked the bar closing like one tick below where the minor trend changed to an uptrend. But it didn't really matter. But we just ended up having too much volume in the entry bar, basically. But yeah, I was saying that I was possibly thinking about not really taking these huge pullbacks to my middle or major half trend. This one still worked out though, so but I just don't have a lot of examples of it in my data so far. But that's also because the market has been consolidating so heavy over the last like 2 weeks. Well, really the last week and then the other week of data that I have, the market was just consolidating a lot. So a lot of times what would happen is this entry bar, once it pulls back to my major level, that entry bar cannot touch where the minor half trend changes. So wherever my color changes on the bars, The entry bar cannot touch that if it pulls all the way back to the major level. Why? Because it's basically like a form of a squeeze, I guess you could say. And so it just doesn't typically work out. Yeah. All right, if I take this trade, I need for price to pull back here. Yo, we're leaving me behind. I had to catch up now. Yo, so crazy. 10:02 your time. That's a nice trade. What accounts did you take it on? Do you only have Top Step accounts right now? Yeah, okay. Speaking of which, so I'm basically break even, alright. That's too far. I'm gonna try this trade out. Actually, am I lying? No, I'm not. I've been trying to work on like when the bias changes and we have this initial divergence trade that closes on the zone. I've been trying to work on figuring out how to take that. For the most part, it seems like I just have to follow my regular rules. But mostly I'm gonna take this one just because why not? Am I still in it? No, I'm not. All right, cool. Yeah, so the reason why I was trying to figure out how to take this is because this happens a lot. And basically it's showing that even though it wants to go into an uptrend, we're kind of having that initial rejection. So if my entry bar can, and all the other parameters of the trade still have to work out properly. But essentially, if we reject immediately on the zone, we're kind of using that zone as resistance or attempting to make the trend or to have the trend fail. So that time it worked out. I used to take them, but then I stopped a long time ago because I used to think that I had to break even right here. you know, at the bottom of the zone, but it looks like I don't have to do that anymore. So yeah, that's why I just went ahead and went for it, because why not? But yeah, so we're back in profit on the Top Step account. And am I back to full draw? I'm almost back to full drawdown. I'm still probably gonna take the 4 contracts per trade regardless, until the end of this session, more than likely, which I am stopping at 10:15. That is going to be my new stop time no matter what. But yeah, so I have about $300 left to get to full drawdown on the Top Step account, and like $30 left on the Apex Trade Evade account. So we'll still take the 4 contracts and just kind of see from there. But if I end the day just being at full drawdown and not getting to the 2,000 profit that I want to get to, I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. But yeah, this was a pretty clean trade. That's what it looks like inside the bars. So I only had like a, let's see. My entry was 34.25. So I had about 5 ticks of drawdown. That's it. Not too shabby. And you can see almost immediately after taking profit, we reversed. As a matter of fact, why was it so... Oh, it's showing the wrong exit, I think. Since it kind of blew through it. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, that's correct. All right. It's 18, 19, 20. Yeah, that's right. Never mind. Thought it was showing the wrong exit. All right, I'm just waiting on the next pullback. This is a weak level because this push was so much less than this one, so it's a weak level. I don't take any trades at the weak level. However, I do want to pay attention to like if it's a weak level, but we have some other type of level here, so we could have just kind of like pulled back like that, you know, from a weak standpoint of the half trends, because we're trying to rotate over the VWAP, which as you can see ended up working out right there. That's something that I'm gonna have to like monitor, because I did pay attention to that when I was going through. So this weekend when I was studying, I basically was going through every single setup and going based off the rules I already have. And then when I was done, because I make copies every time I wrote down a trade in that setup, I went ahead and I crossed it out. So then when I was done, I was trying to look at like different trades that didn't meet my criteria thus far, but still had wins, and trying to see if there's like other examples. And I know for sure this is one that I saw pop up a couple of times, where, hey, it's a weak level, but we have a different level here that can actually support the trade going. And I definitely would have gotten filled here, or here, doesn't matter. And it went for the full win. So that's something that I'll just make sure I continue to monitor. I will do that. Change down there. Another thing I think I'm not doing anymore is once we have a bias change like this, if we start creating the divergences at like my middle or major half trend, but we're back at the zone, probably never going to take those trades again. I'll see how this one works out, but I didn't really have a lot of examples in my back testing, and the ones that I did, I think they all broke even. Yeah, broke even or got stopped out. Which right now I would still be in the trade. And the reason why it makes sense as to why like this wouldn't typically work out, which it looks like it's gonna stop out here. That's not stopped out yet, so that would be the stop out. The reason why is because if we're truly going into an uptrend, we should be, after this initial like 1 or 2 pullbacks, we should just be pushing up. Once we get back to the change zone, it's showing that it doesn't really want to be an uptrend, and we're probably going to head back down. We don't always head back down. We can kind of consolidate here and then finally use this as support and just push up. But at least once we are creating divergences coming back, it's not a good look. It's not. So we'll see how we use this zone, but for now I'm definitely not going to take trades like that, because yeah, so far I only had 2 examples in all the data that I have so far. One was like this one at the middle half trend, and the trade lost. It only went up like 5 or 6 ticks in my direction and then reversed. And then there was one more time that it set up when it pulled all the way back to my major half trend. It was touching the zone and it was a break even. It only went up 16 ticks, which would technically be a loss right now, because you guys know now I have the break even at 17 ticks. So it would lose. So yeah, I think we'll just stay away from that. We'll just stay away. It's no big deal. I forgot to add this to my cheat sheet. All right. Yeah, at this point, I kind of want to either see us break down or just like kind of push above maybe 650. Somewhere up there. We got the zone here, we got the VWAP, we got a rotation level. So I just want to, that's enough like to support a push up if it wants to push up. There's a slow grind up. Listening in from the car. Good morning, Son. How are you this morning? San, good morning. Be careful on the road. If my brokerage is still up by 30%, but still down. Ooh, man. Man, oh man, oh man. Have you ever, okay, so Janelle, when you invest in stocks, right? is there like a certain kind of research you do to try to figure out which stocks you want to get into? Do you ever use like your trading skills to try to figure out kind of like the possibly the more efficient entries or the better entries? Do you martingale, or not martingale, but kind of like the real DCA where you just at a certain price you just always put money in? How do you handle your brokerage accounts? Damn, that level's weak. Again. Alright, so, well, it wouldn't be valid yet. If this trade ends up validating itself minus it being weak, I do want to monitor it, because it would be kind of the same thing as this one, where it's weak, yes, but we have a level here to help us out. But there needs to be like 80 more volume in this bar before it closes. It just missed it. Oh, wait, 430. No, actually it got to it. Yeah, see, it didn't win that time. However, the trade was still a little different because there was less volume in this swing than that one, but on this particular trade there was more volume in this swing than that one. So maybe it works out with this particular volume pattern of the swings, but not that one. Like I said, I'll keep monitoring it. I'll keep monitoring it, we'll see. I'm not pressed. I should get enough trades in without that being a thing. Because even with the low volume today, I had a lot of setups I just sat out of many. So that's the one I took. Set out of this one. This one is going to end up being not valid because I don't like the way it rotates over my change level. But this one was valid. This one was as well. This one was. I literally just last night started looking at the divergences off the new highs and lows. I was not taking them since switching over to strictly volume based, but basically it kind of follows my same rules for the counter trend divergence, except the oscillator that I use has to also match each swing. That's the one I got out of because that one was definitely invalid. It rotated over the change level, and that one was a loss. Took that one. So I had a lot of trades today. Took that one. That's a maybe. So I had a lot of trades. I can't even be mad. I should check my brokerage accounts to see. I hate logging into my brokerage account because I just hate the way Schwab is. TD Ameritrade was, I just loved that interface, and then when Charles Schwab took over, it was like, ew. DCA index 11. Ah, got you. Okay. Risky high yield stocks are killing my brokerage. They're currently going through a severe down. Ooh, got you. It's me. I think I might be down. Wait, let me see something. I don't all the way feel comfortable with taking the trades on the zones like that yet, so we'll just see how that one works out. Let's see, I'm up 1.4% for the day and 5.7% for the last month. And let's see. Overall, the only stock or investment that I have that's down is 5N or 5/9 Inc. I'm down like 61% on that, but everything else I'm up pretty good. Let's see, I'll show you. Now, mind you, I've been in these for a while though, but so that's kind of where I'm at. So it looks like the biggest percentage is TECO, but I'm pretty sure that was a split, a 10-1 split, because I'm pretty sure that was a 10-1 split. Or 110, whatever. Like I had one and it split to 10, whichever way. But yeah, I'm not doing too bad. I don't really have a lot of money in them though. right when I started kind of putting money in is when I was like, ooh, I'm probably gonna want to stop working soon, so I'm gonna stop putting money over there so I can save it. All right, and just as I thought, it rejected. So I'm more so like this initial use of the zone, but not trying to use it on any of these attempts here. If I want to use the zone like later in the trend, the attempt to downtrend, then it needs to like rotate over the whole zone, meaning like this bar would need to close on the bottom and the entry bar down would need to close on the top. Not trying to like enter the top on both bars. We got the rejection though. Sorry, more money. I'm only buying more index funds from now on. I need to keep my dividends growing. I feel you. There's this one video I have saved on YouTube that I want to watch. It was talking about building like the best dividend portfolio. Let's see if I can find the video. I haven't watched it yet. Let's see. Watch later. No. Oh, come on. Damn. I don't have it in my history. I would have taken that trade if it wasn't touching the zone. Let me see if I can find the video. It's not in my history because I didn't watch it yet. I just saw it like in my recommended and then I just added it to a watch later playlist. Where is it? We got 30 minutes left. Damn, where is it? Did I not save it? I feel like I saved it. Maybe I didn't save it. I must not have saved it then. Damn, now I'm gonna have to go find a video. Shoot. Damn, I didn't save it. Oh, I can start drinking water again. Thank goodness. Am I going short or long? Nothing yet. Mommy Trader is Okay, I'm gonna go look her. I need a new laptop. Sugar mama. Saying I'm not so I'm not doing anything yet. The market's not really telling me what it wants to do just yet. Especially because even though we push back below the change zone, indicating that we might be trying to head down, the fact that this first pullback kind of touched the zone let me know it's not ready yet. Like, this is a normal setup for me until it touched the zone. And you can see we're kind of trying to push back through the zone to continue the uptrend. So right now, really nothing. I don't really have a bias. The only reason why I have a color in my background to give me overall bias is just because counter trend divergence is completely different from like this type of divergence in the same direction of the trend. My pullbacks are pretty much the same as well. But one of the other things that I do, like if I'm doing a regular pullback that's against the overall trend and it rotates, like right here, this one's rotating over my major level. So it can rotate over my major or middle half trend, it doesn't really matter. Or it can rotate over neither. But if it rotates over one of my levels, the level has to be weak. And this level is weak, so everything looked good until we touched the zone. So yeah, I don't really have a bias, and you know, if there's an uptrend bias, I still take sells. If there's a downtrend bias, I still take buys. Just like here, uptrend bias, but I still took a sell right there, right? So yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for the market to really give me something. And it looks like we're actually trying to finally break the zone and go back down. So, and usually this will happen when we have an initial, like this very first swing close on the zone. Most of the time, even if it tries to do something above, we're gonna go back the opposite way. But there are times though where we'll do this and then we just push and we keep going. But yeah, so I just wait. Snow rush it out. But this is just kind of where it sucks. If I would have just taken all the trades before 9 o'clock, I would have been done before I even got on the stream. But it's cool. Like I said, I'm almost back to full drawdown, so I'm not tripping too hard. If I get another trade, I'll take it. We'll see though. And this is a pullback. Gotta be careful of that. Now, oh, I got rid of it. Hold on. Let me put this back here. So, let me take my entries and stuff off so it's easier to see. All right, so this is a 5-minute chart, right? And even though me scalping, most of my trades are going to follow like 10-second chart, sometimes even a 5-second chart. But normally, I can look at a 5-minute chart and kind of see like, oh, this is why we like it looks like it's chopping on my Renkos, because it's chopping on the 5-minute chart. So our rejection of this attempt to go into an uptrend, I mean, we obviously were in an uptrend on a 5-minute chart. This was just a pullback, but you can see that we failed to make a new high, right? So we kind of got stuck at this zone right here. And now it kind of makes sense why we got stuck and we headed down, because in the midst of using this higher low, we created a lower high, which can kind of be like a flag pattern. And this would just literally break the flag pattern right here, this bar going down there. But yeah, so looking at a 5-minute chart, it makes sense why it did that. valid. Weak level. I'm not taking it, so I can remove this. Anytime like we're going down, up, it doesn't matter. You see me draw a line, it's because it has to do with how I take my divergence trade. Which this one was just not valid because of the resistance level right there. It created too much volume off the resistance level push. Alright, all of those are weak. See us push up a little bit more before we pull back. And I want to see, still haven't pushed all the way through. There's a my change levels right there. You're gonna see the bar change green if this bar closes. Yeah. So I just wanted to see us push through that, which we did just fine. And you can see that we're headed back towards the change zone, which I do not like. I do not like at all. Because once we hit that, I'm not taking trades until we like push in here. I could be potentially looking for a buy though. But if this bar closes down, I need it to pull back to like 592.75 basically. And then I'll be able to potentially look for a buy. Alright, I'm looking down to make sure I got the rules right. The rules are so much easier now. I really just look down for quick confirmation, but it's so easy to remember my rules now. 1K and 930. Ooh, nice. And thank you. Nice. What were you trading? Nasdaq? I'm assuming. Because that's what everybody trades except Janelle. Oh my gosh, y'all. So, I forgot to tell y'all about the part of the trip. So we had to get rerouted on our way down to Kentucky because there was like standstill traffic where we would have been stuck in it for like an hour and 41 minutes. And luckily we were right at an exit where there was an alternate route. And so we ended up only being behind like 15 minutes because we took the alternate route. But either way, so we're on this little country road or whatever. We get back to like kind of the main road in this country town back to get onto like the major highway. And as I'm driving, I see this big ass sign that say 20 ribeyes for $40. And I'm like, huh? Oh, okay, I can't take the buy. There's too much volume in this swing. But anyway, I'm like, wait a minute. So I was all the way in the right hand lane, and there, like by the time I would have been able to turn around, it just was gonna be too much. And I'm like, man, I'm just ready to get to Kentucky. So my grandma's like, are you sure you saw a zero at the end of that number? I'm like, Granny, it said 20 for $40. You don't understand. My mom was like, I didn't see that. I'm like, listen. So they're like, okay, on our way back, if we can come back to this spot, like if we can find it, then let's just try it out. Because I was like, the whole rest of the drive there to Kentucky, I'm like, y'all, we should have stopped. Like, we should have stopped. I know it said 20 ribeyes, but $40. So on our way back, I'm like, y'all, we gotta try to find it. We gotta try to find it. So I had remembered the like the last exit that I saw before then, and initially our route was not gonna take us that way, but it's like a one lane construction zone for like quite a few miles, so it kind of rerouted us that way. And boy, let me tell you, we pulled up, it definitely was 20 for $40. So they're not like super thick ribeyes, but they're each like 3.5 ounces, but a 3.5 ounce steak for $2. Where can you go wrong? It was from a place called Cattle Club Direct. They had like a it wasn't an 18 wheel. It was like it might have been an 18 wheel. No, it was like a big box truck though. And they had like big freezers on there. So they were selling like ribeyes. They were selling different steaks. They had like different big packages where you could get a whole case of steaks for like hundreds of dollars and stuff like that. It was the last day, so it was $50 off if you got like the big cases. They had big cases of seafood, all kind of stuff, but we just got the steaks because that was the cheapest thing, and they actually look pretty good. So he was telling me like they get it direct and then they wholesale it. But yeah, so I might actually cook a few of those today. We'll see. We'll see. Applejacks, you the sugar mama. But yeah, it was their last day there though. They look like they're probably people who kind of like move around to different areas and kind of set up, because the reason why I was confused is because I'm like, this is in front of what was it, like a Tractor Supply place. So I was like, maybe I did read it wrong, because why is a tractor place selling steaks? That's what I was thinking to myself. I was like, we gonna want them back anyway. We gotta figure this out. But yeah, so I probably will cook a few of them today. So I called my sister. I'm like, you want us to get you a box? She like, yeah. So we ended up getting 2 boxes for our house since it's 3 of us, and then my sister got a box for her and her boyfriend. But yeah, you can't give me a gift in return. Oop. I'm weak. So I have some running around to do today. Like, I just want to sleep, honestly. But I need to take some stuff back to the store. I had bought, there's this new, what do you call it, setting spray from NYX called the Face Glue. And it's supposed to be like make your makeup transfer resistant. It does not. So I'm taking it back. And then, actually, I kind of need a setting spray, so I might keep it. No, I'm not. I'm going to get a different one. And then I also bought the Pattern Beauty leave-in conditioner. I don't really like it. I don't feel like my hair stayed moisturized long enough. So I'm going to take that back too, because that shit is expensive as hell. So I'm taking it back too. And I think that's it. But then I need to go to the grocery store for them, because I'm not going to be here for a week. So I gotta make sure that they're straight. This was almost a buy, but we closed on that bar over there, so it no longer was. Pretty sure I can take that. Oh, wait, nope, we pushed too far down. Almost got me. Close. That was almost a trade, almost. Well, damn. That should be a trade, I think. See if it could push through. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. Now, I don't think I want to take any more trades, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I don't know if I want to take any more trades. This is an amazing day, and I think I want to keep it amazing right where it is, especially because I am at full drawdown now. So we might have to stop ourselves in this moment. And I only have 13 minutes left to trade anyway. But I think this is probably gonna, what is this, my first green day since I started trading volume, strictly volume. Let's see, I'm gonna go to my channel and see. Negative, 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 positive. Yeah, I think I've been negative since I started, because I started on the 4th, which, I mean, I started with only 1 day of backtest data, so y'all know how I do. But I mean, I wasn't really that negative though. The first day was negative 379, 307, 404, 52, which is basically break even, then 220 on Friday. So I wasn't really that negative, which is good for it to like me starting something. Well, it's not brand new since I was trading this way back in May, but then I stopped. But I think I might stop it here. We'll see though. We'll see. I'm okay with the renewal going through where we are here. Like $700 in profit on the Tradeovate account and just 60 bucks on Top Step. I'm back at full drawdown on Top Step because when I started that, I started the Top Step negative, like flat out. We started negative and just never got back right with that account. So but yeah, I'm probably going to stop. However, I am going to at least call out trades that I would take. Kind of go from there, we'll see. We have those beef and seafood box trucks. It's always been, you always been cautious. Yeah, because you gotta be a little wary. Like, is this really a real buyer? Is this really such and such? Like, but and then this was the craziest part. So the guy probably was, I don't know, maybe like in his 50s, maybe 60s, I don't know. Now mind you, we're in a hick town country place at the time, right? So I pull up and, you know, I'm asking questions or whatever, and so he goes, "You still in school?" And I'm like, "No, I'm almost 35 years old." He was like, "You're lying." I said, "No, I can show you my ID if you want to." I'm like, "No, I'm almost 35. He said, "I thought you went to college around here," because there's a couple of colleges around where we were and then where we stopped. He's like, "I swear I thought you were only like maybe 19. You are beautiful." I was like, "Thank you." He was like, "Man, you keep up. Are you sure you're 35? I'm like, "I'm pretty sure I'm almost 35. And he just kept looking at me. He was just like, "You are just so beautiful." I'm like, "Thanks." He was like, "I don't mean to be a weirdo or anything, but you are just so beautiful." I'm like, "Thanks. But the fact that you thought I was 19 and said it is a little crazier." But he did say all the other stuff like after he found out I was 35. So I would have felt a little bit more creeped out if he said all that first and then said that he thought I was 19. So I guess he ain't that much of a creep, but I was like, bruh, calm it down, calm it down. Oh shoot, what is this? Oh, did that change? It did not. That's not a valid trade. Lunch on me? Wait. How will lunch get on me? Does that mean you passed the top step? Oh, no, not yet. No, I'm only $60 in profit on it because I was negative from the beginning. Thank you, San. Thank you. The real Apex funded account. No, Amelia. I have not been so I'm only trading the 2 evals right now because when I switched to this strategy, since I only had a 1 day of backtest data, I didn't want to trade the PA that I had. I wanted to wait until I either passed one of these 2 accounts or like I was profitable for a week. Then I'll feel comfortable trading. So I haven't traded the PA account in a week. I'm not really worried about getting it to pay out yet. My biggest goal is like, let's make sure the strategy is right, which I'll know if I'm passing these 2 accounts. And honestly, my priority until Apex comes out with these new rules, the new payout structure, that's not going to be my focus. My focus is definitely going to be on the top step accounts for sure. I think what I want to do is, more than likely, I want to try to reach like 350, 375 goal each day. And if I can do that, I will withdraw on the 5th day. I am going to withdraw. I understand how the trailing stop moves, or, you know, the stop loss moves on the account and things like that. You know, even if you take your payout early with Top Step, but I'm okay with it, because if I do the 375 a day and then I withdraw half, my stop should be like $875. That's more than enough. Because I mean, if I feel it at that point, then my strategy just wasn't ready yet, but I still got to pay out. So, and I'm not pressed to get the payouts or anything, but I know it's time. Like, for this to be the most simplified version of my strategy, I pretty much know all the rules at this point. And this be my first day trading it this way. And mind you, you guys have to remember, I missed like 4 or 5 trades earlier. I think only one of them was a break even. The rest were full wins. So I had a goal. Well, not that I had a goal, but I set the target today to $2,000. So if I would have hit $2,000, I would have stopped no matter what, at least on the Top Step account, since, you know, you have the 50% consistency rule. So if I made $2,000 today, then I would have been around like $1,450 in total profit on the account, which would have been perfect. To make sure I wouldn't go over the consistency. And the only reason I didn't get to 1,000 on that one is because I forgot my auto liquidate was on the first trade. Otherwise, the Top Step account should have had $1,000 in it as well. So yeah, Janelle Black don't crack. Period. He wanted to hit the smash button. I'm weak. The rest of my YouTube is all weird right now. Oh yeah, is it looking right? Eventually I'm gonna have to like cut off the left and move it over a little bit and extend the right side, but yeah, you can see on the PA I didn't trade that one. And if I need to make the font bigger on there, just tell me, because I actually can. I just have to watch how big I make it, because I'm kind of limited to how much space that I have in that little area. But if I need to like make my chart smaller so that I can make the words bigger, I can do all of that. Y'all just let me know. I know sometimes it's hard seeing numbers and stuff on mobile, so just let me know. But yeah, I really probably when I get back from my trip next week, that's when I'm gonna update my TradeZella. I just kind of wanted to wait until I kind of feel confident in the strategy where it is first. And that's really only because I don't want to have to keep going back and changing the freaking playbooks and everything like that. If I do have a little downtime before I go, I'll probably start at least importing my trades, because I didn't import any trades in September or October. So I'll probably try to import the trades, attach the screenshots, you know, put all of the tags and stuff on each trade and kind of going from there. But then I just will wait until I get back as far as the playbook goes, but I don't know, we'll see. So far I didn't have any other setups, so I'm not missing out on nothing. And this is also another reason why I am going to stop at 10:15. I went back, where is it? I went back last night. So after I went through and I made just like a few minor tweaks, it wasn't much. I really just added the ability to take certain setups. But after I went through that and went back through all the data for each of the days that I have data for so far, there was only like 3 trades after 10:15. Who do you think is about to sit here for an extra 30 minutes a day to get 3 trades in like 10 trading days? Not I, said the cat. I'm not. So yeah, we're gonna stop at 10:15. So that would make it to where I basically trade from 8:35 to 10:15 every day, which would be a little over 8 hours of trading each week, which is pristine. That is time efficiency. Okay, and that's just what we're gonna do. But we'll see. We'll see. And since we're so close to 10:15 and I'm not taking trades anymore anyway, I'm going to show you guys what the accounts are looking like. And obviously after today, I am going to go back to 1 contract per trade, at least for now. Because you guys know, I'd rather trade my evals like PAs. I don't want to get used to big numbers don't excite me anyway. Let me make that clear. But I don't want to get used to big numbers and then the psychological part of seeing smaller numbers after I get back into PA. I don't want to go through that, even though there's a very, very low chance that that happens anyway. Because I'm just so cautious and I'm very, I'd rather just trade how I would trade in a personal account. You know, the only difference would be that I would use more leverage, obviously, in a prop firm account, but I don't want to do like too much, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna go back to 1 contract after today, but that's what the accounts are looking like. So let me go into my trade performance so I could tell you guys what the stats were for today, because I did not take 48 trades. I took 12. No, I didn't take 12 trades. I forgot I have 4 contracts per trade. So I took, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I took 6 trades. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3. I got, out of 6 trades, I have 4 wins, 1 loss, and a break even. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And then on the Top Step account, I took 5 trades and we won 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, lost 1, broke even on 1. So not too shabby. I do want to look at that loss because I feel like it's something that I'm missing with that loss, because just the way that it lost, I'm like, something's up with it. Now, based on my rules, I'm cool, but I feel like when I go back and look at when I back tested this weekend, I wrote each setup down and I wrote all the trades that match my rules in the setup. So it's going to be very easy for me to look at what I have as far as data goes for that particular setup and just make sure there's not something that I'm missing that I can just say, hey, if it looks like this, don't take it. So we'll see. But yeah, not bad for a Monday. A no news Monday at that, on a bank holiday with lower volume. Don't play with her. Thank you. But yeah. Keep telling y'all she gonna end up stopping trading. Apple checks, I would not do that to y'all. I'm not gonna do that. Well, I mean, technically that could eventually happen, but it's probably not, because even though, like, once I get in PA, so I'm gonna stick to, on Apex, I'm probably gonna stick to like a profit target of 250. Just leave it at 250 probably per day. And then, but then on Top Step, like I said, I'm gonna go for like 350 to 400, somewhere up in there. But eventually, once I build myself to 10 PAs, because I want 10 XFAs with 5 XFAs with Top Step, and then 5 accounts with Apex. It's kind of where I want to stop myself for a little bit. Once I get to that point, I'm probably just going to trade in groups. So I'll trade 1 group until I hit that profit target, and then I'll trade another group. So that way I won't be stopping at 9:05 a.m. Ma'am. That alarm gets quicker and quicker, and does, because I looked last night. I was like, let me make sure my alarm says, oh, that says 10:45. No, ma'am, we're going to change that to 10:15. But I am going to trade to 10:15 though. That's not going to stop, I think. But yeah, so not a bad day. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm going to go journal and run all my errands so I can start packing for my trip in 2 days, because I only have today and tomorrow, and that's it. And then I'm gone. So yeah. But yeah, I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.